All right, folks, here we go. The 2024 NFL season is on the way. Training camp has opened, and we're going to follow up with some of the players here at Locker Talk Podcast. Some of the players here that we evaluated coming into the 24 season of the NFL. Now, we evaluated 28 players, and out of the 28 players that we evaluated, 19 of these players either was drafted or signed as undrafted free agents, made NFL rosters right after the 24 NFL draft. Now, entering to training camp, out of those 19 players, there are 10 players that we highlighted, either drafted or signed as undrafted free agents that's still on teams' rosters and have an opportunity to crack the roster spot for the 2024 season. And we're going to start with quarterback Winston Reid. Now with the Chicago Bears, yes, we know about the big-time quarterbacks that they have there now, and we know about Caleb Williams, so we know that he's not going to be the starter there, and we know that most likely he'll be a backup. But what he's doing so far this offseason through OTAs, leading up to training camp, this young man, chances are he will be either on the Bears roster or on somebody else's roster. So make sure you keep an eye out for that young man. And then we look at Joshua Cephus, wide receiver for Jacksonville Jaguars, who's doing an outstanding job this offseason. And then one of the players with Jalen Coker from Holy Cross, he's with the Carolina Panthers, had himself a fantastic offseason. Then we're going to look at Isaiah Wooden from Southern Utah, who's still on the roster for the Atlanta Falcons. Also, we're going to look at Isaiah Davis, who did get drafted by the Jets in the 5th round. I'm telling you, this young man is going to kill it. He's going to kill it. That's going to be the Jets surprise player for this upcoming season. I'm telling you, he's going to make a name with all those outstanding offensive players that the Jets have currently on their roster. Then we're going to look at Shemar Bartholomew, who's with the Jets as well. Defensive back, 6'1", from Georgia Southern, very physical player. He's going to make himself a staple on that team. He will make that active roster. I have no doubt about it at all. Then we're going to look at here Funderburk with the Tampa Bay Bucks, defensive back, 6 foot from Appalachian State. Really see this young man really going to make some headway in the NFL with that squad. So he's definitely going to be on someone's team for the 2024 NFL season. And then we're going to look at Mickey Victor, came from Alabama State, who's now with the New England Patriots. The type of a player there that J.R. Mayo is looking for. This young man is stout. Definitely going to see him hold it down for the HBCU platform with the Patriots. Have all the intelligence, have all the skill set. Don't be surprised if he actually make that roster spot for the New England Patriots. So to close it out, Jason Johnson, linebacker, coming from UCF with the Dallas Cowboys. This dude is going to be awesome. I'm telling you, this young man can have the potential to be a star in this league real soon. He has all the tools to be really special in the NFL. And then we have Winston Reid from Weber State with the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns already have a stout defense. This young man right here will be a surprise, and his skill set fit perfectly for that physical AFC North division. So these are some of the guys that we had highlighted coming into this year, but there are some other undrafted players there to watch out for. Starting with running back Blake Watson for the Denver Broncos. Listen, he's already there with an undrafted player that we talked about all last year in Jamil McLaughlin. This young man could very well be like 5th on the depth chart for running backs. Very likely I can see Sean Payton use this young man if he make this roster. I think that he will, although he do have some talent right before him, but there's a door that this young man will make this roster. He can do it all. Catch out the backfield. He's pretty much a complete running back that with the skill set that is required for running backs in the NFL today. Also linebacker Curtis Jacobs for the linebacker for the Chiefs. Now, knowing how the Chiefs are when it comes down to scouting, one of the best in the world, I know that he's definitely going to be one of those guys that's going to make the squad there, because the way how the Chiefs have everything set up with their personnel, this young man is going to be really special for the Chiefs down the road. And then we look at Mark Perry, safety for the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins loaded up with talent on the offense side of the ball, but they want to address what they have defensively. Defensively, that secondary been pretty good for the past couple of years, but to bring in some more talent like this man to push, and also chances are of making that roster, I really see it happening. Back to the Jets. Leonard Taylor III is a solid player. He actually will be one of those players that will come under the radar, knowing that Quinn Williams, knowing that these guys are there, Simmons and Thomas, these guys are really going to be some players that can be the staple, but you'll see this young man that really will come alive during this offseason. So watch out for him during training camp. And then Isaiah Williams, wide receiver for the Detroit Lions. Man, knowing he's there with St. Brown, knowing St. Brown is the dude there for the Lions, but this young man is going to create some kind of headway there. Knowing they already have a deep threat there in Williams, but this young man, this Williams, definitely can make a name for himself real fast. Dallin Holker for the Saints. This tight end could be something really special, another big target that can be used in that offense. Definitely watch out how the Saints is going to really put everything together with this offensive unit. Would not be surprised if he become an active roster player for the Saints entering this season. And then on the offensive line, Garrett Greenfield for the Seattle Seahawks. And definitely will be an anchor there, knowing that Geno Smith can still use that extra help, extra protection. He gonna come in and help stabilize that offensive line, give Geno Smith the time that he needs, or whoever quarterback they may have in the backfield. Watch out for these undrafted players coming in the 2024 NFL season. Definitely keep your eyes out on these guys. Don't be surprised as one of these guys become an all-pro real soon. Talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned in to this podcast. We got you. All right, let's go.